I like it. What other classroom IT requirements for 8x8?
Yeah, and so again, yep, and so it really depends on
some of the concerns are, wrapped around network bandwidth and latency, if the internet connections are not where they need to be, and or just overall usage.
Yep, and that's a great question. And again, I think sunny day versus rainy day, right? Sunny day, where all of this is taking place in the school, right, within their network, you do want to factor in what bandwidth is being required, right? By moving to a VoIP-based solution, you've probably already kind of sort of done that. The good news for us, audio-wise, we can use codecs and be very, very tiny when it comes to it. A G729 codec could be, as from a technical standpoint, as small as 35K. Video is different. Video certainly is a little bit more of a hog when it comes to the bandwidth, but you can also do things like move from HD quality video to standard to low, to use less, right? Where the video clarity becomes less important. If I'm just talking to you, you don't necessarily have to have high quality, but if I'm sharing with you content behind me, or I'm doing a lab and I want to show you a specific reaction, you want high quality. So you have the ability to per actual meeting go through and address that. Anywhere up to, as at the highest end, it can go as high as 2.5 to 3 meg of an upstream. Now again, that's when you're in sunny day, you're in the classroom, so you're not going to need to do as many video meetings as you would in a rainy day. The good news with the rainy day scenario, though, is you're not really using the infrastructure at the school anymore, right? Because it's a hosted provider. Students are connecting directly from their provider, their Cox, Comcast, Verizon, whatever they're using as their provider, directly to the cloud, and not using the infrastructure there. So in a rainy day scenario, we have very, very little impact on the infrastructure that's in place at the school. In some ways, it's a much better story to tell than in the past. So again, it just depends, rainy day versus sunny day and usage. But it's not going to be an overly burdensome add-on.
Or it's a great point for the students that obviously are not going to be at the school or in the classrooms, and or teachers. What kind of bandwidth requirements will they have from their homes or coffee shops, wherever they may be trying to access this?
Yeah. And that obviously, as folks are starting to, and schools are looking at, how do I provide rural students or rural teachers access? A couple of things to point out. One, so full video. If I have to participate in video and I'm leading the video and it's going to be high quality, I believe the requirements there are like 3 megs for video upstream, 2.5 megs for download when you're sort of just watching on stage, right? So high quality is around 3. If I just went to normal standard definition, it's closer to 1. So it's not really a heavy lift. If we talk about high-speed internet being 50 megs at home, and I'm asking for 2 or 3 at a time, maybe even 5, or to say all in with other things going on, it's not a big portion of it. It does certainly bring some concern to folks who don't even have that. They're going to a coffee shop and it's a shared kind of thing. But again, you have the ability to turn on video, reduce video, turn off video, and still listen to the audio. Audio is a very lightweight add, anywhere, again, from, it's usually measured in the K and not the megs because of compression algorithms. So in that regard, I think we're pretty lightweight, all things being equal. And again, the real value is...
It does sound like with those speed requirements, most typical cellular provider services would be able to support that type of access. Whether you have good internet at your house or not, your cellular services should be able to support that bandwidth.
Yes, most of the time, when you have LTE, you have enough to provide even high quality definition, even if you're using a phone as a hotspot, so to speak.